Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Project Zomboid, Escape from Raven Creek. Last time, our goals changed quite significantly. Now that we've got some wheels on us, we have the opportunity to extend our range, but unfortunately we discovered that comes with some difficulties as well. We've started marking our map to show where our current and old hideouts are, but we discovered some new things as well. Over here is a hospital that seems to have been turned into some kind of military fortification. Potentially there could be some medical supplies as well as weapons and ammo there. I'm definitely itching to get myself some shotgun shells. Now, what we also discovered is that it's very difficult to move on these streets. Look at all these destroyed cars. Not to mention all these, undead crawling all over the place. Look at this absolute carpet of bodies just in front of our base alone. So we're going to have to start some public works projects to get this place cleared up. If this car will start, it must be in worse shape than it looks. Now, let's have a look under the hood. We may have to increase our mechanics skill yet. I mean, it says the engine's at 78%. It shouldn't be having this much difficulty starting. Come on. There we go, finally. I think the first thing we can do to start getting back onto the streets is to clear these wrecks. And for that, we're going to need some propane and propane torches. Unfortunately, Hank Hill is nowhere in sight, so we're going to have to go back to that warehouse across the street from our old base and try and loot some from there. I know there are some. And look at how many more have come onto these streets since last night. I just can't seem to keep these streets clear. It's so annoying. That's all the more reason why we have to get out of here as soon as possible. As soon as I stop this car, there's going to be a flood of these things coming in behind me, and I'm going to have to kill them all if I'm to loot this place. And that's the story with everywhere I go. I really thought that this series was going to be over in 3, maybe 4 parts tops, but it hasn't been that way because I've been delayed at every turn by the massive herds. But we are becoming a force of nature with this machete. We are killing so quickly. If only I had some beta blockers, we'd be able to kill even quicker. Here we go. You can grab a propane torch. Anything else? Welding rods, if we ever want to work with metal. And I thought I saw a propane tank in here as well. Here we go. It was in this other thing. One of the back alley buildings. Alright. Well, that'll enable us to get quite a bit more use out of these propane torches. Unfortunately, it does take up quite a bit of propane to disassemble one of these wrecks, and there's just so many of them. We're gonna have to be real strategic about which ones we remove. Just enough to allow us to get through. But forming a path is gonna be hard when we're being harassed every step of the way. Wow, I just realized we're not even encumbered carrying this big, heavy propane tank. This bag is amazing, and I'm so happy we were able to find it so early on. Now the question is, where's our next stop? I think if we can clear this major highway right here, that would be a worthwhile goal. I think if we can get out there and really just start clearing one pathway... Come on! This game's mechanics are really pissing me off today. How was I supposed to see that? God. The isometric view really does screw with you sometimes. Alright, now, we're gonna have to... there's actually already a pretty clear lane right here. We just need to kill the undead more than anything. And maybe demolish a few of these buildings while we're at it. But I'm just going through right now trying to get an idea for where we need to remove cars. Where would be the best way to expend our propane resources for how limited they are? This street right here is a definite contender. Unless we can fit up the right side. Because of the way the hitboxes work on these things, it can be kind of difficult to figure that out. No, we can make our way up in a straight line, so that's not going to be worth doing. Tell you what, while we're at it, why don't we head over here? And I think next to this warehouse, I believe I saw a construction site. Is that what this is? No. That actually looks to be a fully intact building. And we already searched here. We know there's no sledgehammer within. Some storage units, though, which may be worth looking at. I don't think we'll be able to get inside, though. Because those are metal doors, and we could take them down with a propane torch, but is that worth the resources? It's a very, very small chance for them to actually contain a sledgehammer. These main roads are actually not that blocked. Not nearly as much as I would have thought. Coming down this way, we're actually able to map out a lot of uncharted territory. 2 seconds in, and we're already having a much more worthwhile road trip than any of the stuff we did in the previous part. Remember, all the while, we're filling out our player map. So we'll be able to see this stuff even if I don't necessarily remember what's over here. Unfortunately, not seeing a whole lot of use, though. Ooh, a fire department. Maybe they'll have some stuff? Axes and the like? Alright, anytime we stop, we have to cut off whatever tail we may have accumulated. Everywhere I go, there's just so many. It's gonna be even worse than at our base when we come into areas where we haven't been. Because, I mean, here we've killed 0% of what's around. Oh, I think they've just broken through. Look at all of that! That is ridiculous! We can't even abandon ship. I don't trust this truck to actually start in a timely fashion. And if they're on both sides of the vehicle, we'll have no way out. I kind of think we have to fight this. And I don't like zooming in this close when there's so many around, but we kind of need that focus. Man, beta blockers. They're always so abundant. Why can't I find any now? I think we've reduced you to your barest blob. Hopefully we can start to make a dent. This is really just going to be a big kite job. But the densest and most dangerous kite job we've yet encountered. You guys aren't unclustering. Not forming a line like I need you to, which is usually what happens when you walk away a bit. I guess now you're kind of starting to take advantage of that. Every time I push you, though, you just get pushed further back into the crowd. Very nearly got bit right there. Alright, I think we're almost done here. Come on. And that's it. Oh, look at this. But they broke down that door for me in case we want to explore what's in there. And I definitely want to see what's inside the Spire station. It's looking like we'll have to come around the back in order to get at this. This door is not going to work. Can't disassemble it without the propane torch and welder's mask, but we can let the bunch of them that are in there knock it down. I suppose we just retreat to our car and wait. Oh, I should mention now, I've gone ahead and increased the font size on everything that I could, so that hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for you to read. Unfortunately, I can't increase the size of the clocks, the moodles, everything on the left here. And for some reason, that's just a problem that this game has. I'm really annoyed that they don't have proper 4K UI scaling yet. We could also smash this window and get ourselves in here. And we will. But we'll be very careful. Sounds like there's a bunch of them in here. Let's just have a look. There's you. The rest of you should be pounding on the back door. And it's actually fairly safe now. We can start opening up these garage doors to give ourselves more visibility and light. You've already broken through. Just the one of you? Sounded like there was a whole bunch. Well, I'll tell you what, just to preserve your equipment, I'm going to stomp you instead of slashing. Oh no, a second one, okay. Now, what have we got on these shelves? More equipment, very good to have. Hammer, saw, shovel, rope, a tire pump, a fire axe, that's what we're here for. We have one, but it's not in very good condition. I'll take your hammer as well. Okay, other than that, doesn't seem like we have a whole lot. We can take as many of these axes as possible. They are a pretty good weapon, and I probably should start leveling up my axe skill. We're investing a lot into Longblade, but if we ever go a long time without finding any machetes, that's going to really bite us. What's this up here? Oh, nice lounge you guys have got. I might come back here for some shopping later. Nice place. We want to eat as much as we can. We really want to start picking out, actually, because we are underweight, and we are starting to suffer the effects of that. I always have a mindset in this game of hoarding as much food as possible, eating only when I need to, but I'm not eating as much as I need to. Just finish eating the entirety of the contents of the fridge, as well as this chicken. And that should do us pretty well. Wonder if there's anything useful at the top of the tower? Ooh, there is actually a bunch of stuff up here. Alright, let's grab all these axes. Always good to have a ready supply of weapons. We'll grab another jacket. Oh, that's all the room we have in our inventory. But man, I am so more axes still. Alright, let's shuffle all this stuff back to the truck. Look at that. We made out with 7 fire axes. Most of them in really good condition. Yeah, I think that'll definitely be a good backup for if we ever run out of machetes. Now, let's consult our map. We should also probably turn on the AC, because it is quite hot in this car. I guess we just keep heading down this way and exploring. We're quite a ways off from home, probably the farthest we've ever been. But there's also an argument to be made for heading back, because it is getting quite late. I don't think we're going to loot anywhere the rest of today. I think we're just going to observe and report. Oh, great, I hear a helicopter again. Another school bus here. Looks like some woods right there. Potentially a source of lumber if I ever need it. Not that I've been doing much building or constructing in this playthrough. Actually, with that helicopter in the air, I kind of have to do some scouting now. Because, oh no. They're actually taking shots. Are they going to shoot at me? Can they hurt me in this car? This will be part of the expanded helicopter events mod. I've never seen this before. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, but it's certainly drawing them. I have seen video of it, and I know that they do actually shoot and kill zombies. Whether or not they attack the player, I'm not sure. Being out on the street is real dangerous right now. Going to be even more dangerous when it comes time to go back home. Alright, it looks like we can make it through here. There's a bookstore. So we'll make a note of that. Just really, really quick. Just... Okay, I don't have time to look for the appropriate symbol. Go away! We don't want any... Man, such tight streets. How old is this city? This is not the wide open grid that I'm used to. Here's some kind of hospital. One damaged by fire from the look of it. I want those beta blockers, but I'm afraid to go for them. I'm just worried that I'll get tired. Okay, let's... Oh, look, we can even see ourselves on the map. I shouldn't even be trying to find the appropriate symbols. No, let's go. But here must be somewhere we've been before. I mean, look at all these corpses. Yeah, I recognize this intersection. We don't want to go up that main street, though. It actually is probably okay to start heading back now. I haven't heard that helicopter in a while. And I think I've about given up on the idea of potentially clearing out some of these wrecks. There are actually decently movable paths. I think it's more up in the northwest direction where I really have to start dismantling stuff in order to move. Oh wow, there's quite a large church here. Looks like there are chairs set up for a wedding. Not a good time, though. Wait. Hang on. Yeah, I think that's a police station. Okay, maybe we can find some 12-gauge shells in there. Looks like the windows are all shuttered, though. There's an open door on the left there. But I don't really feel confident, especially look at all this that's out here. Especially this late in the day, we're going to be tired soon. This is not something we're able to do right now. Just making a note of things. That's all we're doing today. Observe and report. Yeah, there we go. Get moving before they start offering to wash our windshield first. Hello, wait, there's a construction site right there. Hang on, let's make a note of that. Where are we? Over here? Okay. Right there. And keep moving. I think we're actually real close to base. I think we may even be right around the corner. I'm not sure. I should have looked at the map for it right there when I had it open. I know we're not too far away, but I don't recognize any of this. Yeah, no, we are right around the corner. I think the move now is going to be to back up right through here. Head to the corner. I think one of the best places we can clear out is going to be our own street. I think we start there. That way we can more effectively maneuver from our starting point, and we can work out more from there. Not actually too much to get rid of. Hopefully the helicopter dragged them more in a different direction. But yeah, I was right to come back. We are starting to get drowsy. In the morning, I'm not even going to bother going to any of the places we just looked at. I'm just going to go check that construction site that's right on the corner. There we go. I did end up fixing the issue I was having in the last part with going to click the keys and it clicking the taskbar through the game. I just ended up restarting Windows Explorer and it fixed it. But now that we did loot a hammer, I think now my paranoia is getting the better of me, and it would be a good idea to finally barricade this window. We've been in here for too many days without doing that. The thing is, when we come back, we have no idea if somebody's climbed through. And we really want to eliminate that possibility. If we come back and the door or the boards are down, we know somebody came through. And we know to be careful. There we go. First carpentry we've done in the entire series. We awake quite early in the morning, before 7 a.m. And man, what a journey Horace Barnes has been on. You remember that scruffy-looking guy we found on the rooftop? Well, look at him now. And this is without being able to see his epic survivor beard that he's grown under his gas mask. Just to check in, yeah, we are still losing weight. We need to eat a lot more. And we've survived for 10 days, 22 hours, and killed 682 zombies in that time. And our goal for today is to scour this construction site, hopefully find a sledgehammer, because that'll enable us to break pretty much anything in the game, walls, stairs, anything. And that'll be quite an asset in our favor. Unfortunately, accessing it may not be so easy. It's looking like we're going to have to go in through the alleyway, which... this alleyway might actually be someplace quite familiar. You guys still trying desperately to get out, I see. You know what? When I was trying to lose weight, I always heard, don't drink calories. So maybe right now we really need to drink calories. Maybe that'll help us gain weight. Yeah, this is the alleyway with that one really scary building with the zombie-infested basement. They've since broken this door down. Whole lot of knives here. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Nothing I particularly need right now. But I'm just checking because, like, I suppose it could. We really need to take every chance we possibly can to get at some kind of sledgehammer. Nope, 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 not today. Any light switch? No. That's not good. And there's... oh, we've come around to you. Well, tell you what, I'm not interested in liberating you of your condition just yet. Although at this stage I may have to. Let's just turn the lights on if we're going to be dealing with you. Oh, you guys have been a staple in this series. You've been here the entire time. Almost sad to see you go, but there's nothing here but paints. It's not quite the decked-out hardware store I was hoping you'd be. I guess we just continue on to the construction site. But this is getting really dangerous. I can hear a lot of them in these buildings. Now, what do we have here? So far, nothing. I really hope most of these crates aren't going to be empty, but it's looking like that's going to be the case. I'm going to start grabbing tent pegs just in case we need to camp out on like a roof or something. We need 4 of them to go along with our tarp. Whoops. Okay, note to self. There are no additional floors on this construction site. So this has been a bust. Yep. Did I bust my leg? No, I got hurt, but nothing damaged, thankfully. Honestly, I'm starting to think that instead of using the resources on clearing all this out, maybe it would be better to just leave it on the corner? Because there's no reason we really have to park directly in front of our base. But then again, maybe it is better if we can traverse these streets. I'm thinking I'm going to remove some of these on the bottom, as well as the ones clogging up that intersection, just so that we have that mobility. Alright, let's begin. Dismantle car wreck. We've got our welding mask equipped. That is quite an epic beard we're getting. And we'll begin the slow and tedious work of removing this stuff. I don't want to fast forward time because I don't want any zombies creeping up on me while I'm doing this. And how much does that take up of our propane torch? All of what we had. Wasn't it full? If we refill it from the container, it looks like we actually don't use too much of it, so that's real useful. We'll have to keep refilling, we'll have to keep a propane tank in reach, but this is actually quite doable. And there we go. And that should provide plenty of space for us to be able to maneuver through here. Now I'm thinking we go on the hunt for some of the stuff we discovered yesterday. I'll tell you one thing that bothers me, though. We still have yet to actually locate the Cordon. Now, I played on Raven Creek before. I thought I knew where it was, but the fact that we haven't located it yet is bothering me a lot. And I'm kind of tempted to just drive around a little more and see if we can figure out where it is. I mean, it's such a crucial thing, and we're so far into this series, and we haven't even found it yet. Hello, that looks like it might be a construction site. This building right here. Here it is! Yes, this is it. This is the Cordon. And you can see how difficult it'll be to actually get a car through here. So many zombies and so much debris. We can actually start working on this right now, if we try. Let's try and clear out some of the dead first. But we've got a lot to get through. We don't just have to remove these car wrecks. We also have to start removing some of these things that are stacked in front of it. The sandbags, the barriers. Or I think we might actually be able to drive through the barriers. But everything else... Oh, let's not get ourselves penned in. See, the problem is I don't know what this stuff is physical. What requires me to leap over, what I can't leap over. Sometimes the zombies show me what is and isn't workable. But yeah, I'm drawing way more attention than I thought I would. It's important to start working on this as soon as possible, because the longer I stay here, the more I realize that, you know, I can't just drag out this series for entertainment. I have to start working on this if I'm going to survive, because it's a numbers game. This place is so dangerous and so dense, as we've learned, that I am going to fail this series if we don't start making moves here. Alright, now, we're definitely not getting through on the left. We'd have to rely on being able to hotwire both of these cars, gassing them up. But maybe we can do something on the right here. Maybe we can get through that way. I think that's our only shot. We don't want any curious crawlies coming up from the woods here, and there is a gap in this fence. It's actually pretty annoying. Might save our life someday, but it is annoying. I don't appreciate it telling me I can hit someone when I can't. Oh, come on. Here comes you. Yeah, making noise now isn't the worst thing. I'd rather have any stragglers in the woods come through now rather than when I'm trying to dismantle this stuff. Can I pick these things up? I can't. I mean, I can pick up the barrier with a decent carpentry skill, but I can't pick up these sandbags. And these sandbags are solid. If we venture further in, how far can we make it on foot? There are some zombies indoors. One with quite a nice-looking shotgun. I'm going to get away from this. They're going to break this so much more quickly than I can deal with. Here they come. Oh, you... That is so stupid that you're able to hit me like that, but okay. This way. Oh, no. Alright, we're going to draw them all doing this. Why can't I move? Why can't I move through here? Why can't I move through here? You seem to be able to get through just fine. Alright. It is now a conga line. And we're at the front. Start clearing them. We had to deal with all this eventually. I didn't intend for it to be now. Beta blockers would be nice. It is so annoying that the most common item in the friggin' game is one that I just haven't found any of on this playthrough, except for the one almost depleted package in the back of that ambulance. But this is all necessary work. And you have got something that I really want. What have you got? What have you got? An Amsel Striker shotgun. Unfortunately with no shells, which is what we're really short on. I have a shotgun or two back at home. I need shells, man. But I will take that gun and stick it in the back, because it does have a pretty nice ammo capacity. Now that we've bought ourselves some breathing room, let's start dismantling some of these wrecks. I think that's the important thing. Slowly but surely, we've got to get our way through here. Right now, it's completely impassable by car. Maybe on foot? But here's the thing. Once we leave here, I'm pretty sure this mod map is actually connected to the rest of the main game world. It actually places the city in a far corner of the map. So if we leave, we can actually go for more rural pastures. And if so, that'll be a lot more survivable. And with this wreck dismantled, it's now at least possible to inch our way into the first part of the Cordon. Let's drop all this stuff back off, and I'm going to head in on foot a little bit and see just what we're dealing with up ahead. Hello, are you all trapped back there? No, you can get out. You just seem to be having a little bit of difficulty with detection. More of you coming in from behind, from the woods. Alright. Because of the way respawning works in this game, I think I should be making repeated trips to here, even if I don't find all the tools I need, just to prevent all of this from respawning. I believe the way it works is 3 days away from a cell will cause the population to respawn, or rather start to respawn. They don't come back all at once, they'll just slowly start repopulating at that point. But now we've made our way through here. A couple on the bars, which we can't really do anything about right now. They'll probably have chewed their way through by the time we're ready to move. We may or may not need to get rid of these wrecks. Depends on how much room there is to maneuver. No, I think we'll be good, actually. I mean, maybe we'll get rid of this one for convenience sake, but I think if we can just remove this cone, which we can pick up, we'll be able to make our way through here. Of course, we will have to get rid of that one as well. It looks like their quarantine didn't quite hold up the way they wanted, considering I'm still finding zombies this deep. But then again, I'm not really expecting to find any salvation in the outside world. If only for myself, maybe. Yeah, it actually thins out considerably the further down you go. This may be easier than I thought. I think if we can push through the Cordon, not even the whole thing, just that one spot, I think we'll be able to make ourselves a pretty good inroad. If we can't get through all at once, we'll set up a tent. If we can find some more tent pegs, sleep on the road. These walls are actually functioning in a pretty useful way that allows us to keep the dead out, only coming from 2 directions at once. I think this is going to be actually pretty doable in the near future. We just need a sledgehammer so we can get rid of these stupid sandbags. Alright, let's pick up you, Mr. Cone, and place you right here. And that's that corner cut. I'm also going to pick you up and move you, because I can see you being annoying when I try to make this turn. What happened to you? Yep, place you right here, where you don't matter. And let's go get more of that propane. Hello. What have we here? Potentially an armory? There we go. That was actually a really dangerous move, me fast-forwarding on max right in the middle of this, but let's unequip our screwdriver and see what we got. Some attachments. Unfortunately, still no shotgun shells. But we do have 5.56. Maybe there's more in the lockers? No. I just can't find any 12-gauge shells on this run. That is so annoying. Tell you what. There is an AUG back here that takes a 9mm mag. We've got plenty of that. Perhaps that is worthwhile. 357 in here. A breaching tool. I don't know what that would count as, but I'll certainly take it. A Ruger Mini 14 and 5.56. Alright, maybe it would actually be worthwhile then to start ourselves with rifles. We won't get as good performance as with a shotgun, right? But it's what we have, and it's better than just not using guns the entire playthrough, right? Alright. And in the interest of weight gain, let's just eat this entire container of ground beef. Just eat it all up, because we are losing so much weight. It's like the opposite problem of real life. It's literally the one thing that's holding me back from just leaving right now is a sledgehammer. And that has been so many players' experience, but it's really frustrating that that's what it's going to take, given how difficult they are to find. Please don't break that down anytime soon. I'm not in state to fight. Oh, look, you guys. Does that mean that you've broken out? We're so tired that this is going to be a little bit on the difficult side. But so long as we can keep you pinned like this, it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Let's save our precious machete condition. Another thing that's limiting our time in this city is just the condition of our weapons. If we can't find more machetes, we're going to find that we're much less effective at killing them. Yeah, that actually does put kind of a hard time limit on us, doesn't it? Oh, they broke through there, but you haven't broken through here yet. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, why haven't we checked that RV yet? Okay, I have one more task to perform before leaving. What do we have here? Unfortunately, not a key. I would very much have liked to leave the city in one of these. But sadly, that's not to be the case. Wait. Oh, there's something here. We can access the storage on the side, but it's nothing we need. If we were to open this door for you, do you have any good lootables in here? No. What if we try climbing this tower? Can we even do that? There's more of you here. No. More of an administration tower, I see. Doesn't really help us with what we're currently trying to do. Let's just mark this place on our map as where we're trying to go. It is actually quite far away from our base. Maybe it may benefit us to move a little closer. But who knows if that's even going to be viable. The point is, it's actually quite easy to drive here. It's just going to be a matter of being able to remove these stupid sandbags. And I'm so annoyed that I can't pick them up. We can pick up the barrier post, but we can't pick up the sandbags. How ridiculous is that? It's the only thing keeping me from ending this series right here and now. Well, I suppose we'll just return home and think about it some more. Until fortune happens to bestow upon us a sledgehammer. There goes our machete. Do not have time for all this to be on our street. Let's get out. Start moving, maybe loop around the corner, like we always have to do. I'm just not in the state for this. Of course I loop back around and they're all still here. Oof. Being tired reduces your perception radius as well, so it reduces the effects from keen hearing. This is such a problem every single night. It's why we need to get out of the city. Is that last zombie tired as well? What happened there? Man, it's so much effort just to kill a few when you're like this. Wasting so much unnecessary condition. Yes, I like it when you die quickly. Come on. Oh my god, it never stops. Finally. I think what needs to happen in the morning is I just need to go on an axe murdering spree. And it may not make any difference, but there just can't be anything in this area. It hasn't made a difference so far, but I don't know what else to try. I can't keep fighting them every night when I'm in such poor shape. You know what? I feel my character's tiredness. I'm just climbing into bed bloody. Waking up at almost noon. We're gonna have to go back out to our car, gear our character up properly. And after we've finished clearing these streets some more... Once again, our goals have changed, and finally, the endgame is in sight. We've located the space we need to be going to, we've started the work of clearing it out, killing all of the undead in the front area, as well as removing some of the wrecks. The only thing we need now is a sledgehammer, and right across the street we did spot a construction site, and I think that's where we should start looking. But that'll all be next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Look at him. Look at that magnificent survivor beard. Oh, we are going places. We have survived for 12 days and killed 786 zombies. But we're becoming something of a skinny boy, so we gotta go raid the pantry.